lightweight run leading up to the Purnell Whitaker fight, which was not very successful and led to the decision to move up in weight and get a few extra pounds on that man as he makes his way toward the ring with the signature hat that he always wears. You know, we heard him a moment ago, George, say in that interview, people recognize him, they say, hey, you're the fighter with the hat. And those signatures can mean an awful lot as time goes on. Montero already in the ring. Jones has gotten there. There's his tail of the tape at 5'7", 143 pounds. A little overweight for this fight, but it's not a title bout, and everybody agrees that's fine. 25 years of age and 72-inch reach. A little longer reach for this fella, also taller and about 5 pounds lighter and a little bit younger. Octavio Montero, a New Mexican hopeful. First fight north of the border in the United States, so obviously in the Palace of Auburn Hills.
There's Montero, now living in Los Angeles, but from Los Matos, Mexico. 13-3, the best you can do in the numbers. 9 knockouts. And Baby Jones is the man with a leather lid. And Wally Jackson is our ring announcer.
As we move to 10 rounds in the junior welterweights, our man in control is Joe Sowerby. Introducing first in the red corner, weighing at 137 3/4 pounds. As a professional, he has 13 wins, 3 defeats, 9 wins by way of knockout. From Los Mochis, Mexico, I give you Octavio Montero. His opponent in the blue corner, weighed in at 143 pounds. As a professional, he has 27 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 17 wins by way of knockout. From the Motor City of Detroit, I give you Anthony Baby Jones.
Well, you know, George, I was trying to count the number of colors, different shades in Anthony Jones' outfit. I ran out of time. I was up to about 23, I think. Those shoes are something else, aren't they?
Oh, man. And the crowd here at the Palace is definitely in his corner. His opponent, Octavio Montero, in yellow. But then so is Mr. Jones in the Kronk Gold.
More specifically speaking, the Kronk Gold. He fights normally right-hand side, does Anthony Jones. Will switch leads, though.
He can move those feet. Here we go. Joe Sowerby is the referee. Round 1, a 10-round junior welterweight bout. Baby Jones, 27-3-1, 17 knockouts. Wants to tell you he can hit a little better than people think.
He's got the reach advantage. He's taller and lanky guy. If he's got good leverage, he could probably bring a pretty good punch. Like a tall, lanky fastball pitcher. Get that velocity on the end of the punch. He's landed a couple of jabs, and if he's able to establish pace and distance, George, Anthony Jones is going to be in trouble. It's going to be a tough one for him for those 2 reasons. And so far, the range is what Montero wants.
Exactly.
That's a good shot to the top, though. If Jones can fight inside, get in there, without giving up too much on the way, and without that long reaching jab of Montero's checking him up all the time. But there it is, right across the forehead.
Well, he nailed him. And again.
It's going to be a tough
feel that after a while.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to get through. But if Jones can get inside like that, that's where he's got to do it. Because his, you know, he's stronger across the body, but he's got to be able to deliver the punch. He's got to step up inside if he can, that jab.
Well, you've seen what both fighters can do and need to do. Jones has been able to get inside at times. Montero's taken a couple of shots. He retaliates with a combination that misses.
Classic kind of matchup, George.
Yes, it is. I like it so far.
question would be, against a heavier guy than he's used to fighting, for real, with a longer reach, considerably longer reach, how much punishment is Jones willing to take to get in there? And he is taking punishment.
Yes, he is. Montero's face getting a little bit red, proving that he has taken some shots. But so has Baby Jones. We have 30 seconds to go in round one. It looks like it could be a very interesting fight.
Nice counter by Montero. I like his jab, George.
Using that reach. Ooh, Montero scored twice with rights.
Jones scores inside. Stiff exchange. Boy, they are just hammering each other.
Excellent flurry to finish round one. Knows what he's doing.
Big key is whether Jones is able to defense that jab and step in like that with the right hand.
Nice job there.
Slide under it and pop to the chin. Stuck and move and get no counter available for Montero. And in the first round, he got countered a couple times, George.
After the back with that right a second ago.
There he is, getting Montero extended, stepping in underneath the first punch and scoring and then getting out of it. Boom! See it?
Great flurry now. Jones with the best of it, but not all of it, as he has Montero on the ropes.
Terrific.
Now Montero's in trouble, and down he goes. As the crowd roars here at the Palace, Montero quickly to his feet.
Terrific adjustment by Anthony Jones in his corner. Get in under the punch. There he stepped over the punch, but he's letting Montero fire first and coming in behind it, George. It's working to perfection.
Montero can finish the round.
See,
maybe he can make an adjustment.
I don't know if he can now. He staggered into the ropes just now. First fire.
Minute and a half left in the round, Chris. We're in round two, scheduled for 10. It looked so promising in round one. But Jones is inside on Montero, and he just rang his bell again. I don't know. This guy's courageous. I think he's going to get up. But whether or not Joe Sowerby will let him finish or not is another story.
He's going to let it go.
A minute left in round two. Can Montero finish? No.
Too much time. He's defenseless. They're going to stop.
They won't let him finish. A technical knockout. They've stopped the fight here in round two. Anthony Baby Jones has just beaten Octavio Montero.
Really interesting tactical adjustment on the part of Jones and his people. They decided to slip to the side, just move the head and the body slightly when that initial shot came from Montero, the one that was scoring to the forehead in round number one, George, and then step in behind it and score like that. In that flurry, Montero fired first and Jones came in underneath it and just kept it going until the knockdown. He'd already done it 2 or 3 times effectively. By this point, Jones was totally the aggressor. He didn't have to wait for Montero to fire first. But when he did that the first couple of times, he set him up beautifully, and it led to the eventual stopping of the fight after 2 good, clean, hard knockdowns. There's the first fire. See, when he shoots that left first, and just a little bit of movement to the side, just enough to let it slip off. And then Jones comes in underneath and inside it and bang away until the man was down. I really think, what a move by his corner.
A Kronk corner adjustment here. And Anthony Baby Jones wants you to know that he does have a punch. That'll be knockout number 18 and victory number 28 for the man with the man half. Let's go up now to Wally Jackson.
Our man in decision, Joe Sowerby, stops this contest at 2 minutes, 14 seconds of the second round. Winner by TKO from Detroit, Anthony Baby Jones.
As you see, Anthony Baby Jones get the gloves off. We'll let you know that our Chris McClure is in the ring and waiting for a word with the Detroiter. We take a look at the final knockdown. Terrific combination. A right hook and then a left. And Octavio Montero was through. His jab was very effective in round one. Anthony Jones and that Kronk corner took it away in round two. Up to the ring now, and Chris McClure with a winner.
Well, he got a chance to get a drink, cool off just a little bit, got the gloves off, relatively short. I want to talk to you first about round number one. The first minute or so, he seemed to dictate the range, maybe the pace, and his jab was working against you, and you had to get inside. That was the first job.
Well, you said it basically. I was letting him bring the fight to me instead of me taking the fight to him. So, you know, as the round progressed, I knew what I had to do, and I started doing that. Split up under the jab and working my own.
In the later part of round number one, you went inside, and you guys really exchanged, it seemed to us, some pretty heavy leather. Was he tougher close than you thought he might be once you got there?
Well, by him having longer arms, I thought if I got on the inside, it'd be to my advantage. But, you know, as we exchanged them punches in the middle, and at the end of the first round, I saw he could punch a little bit. So I knew I had to tighten up on my defense that much more.
Okay, now let's go to round number two. You were slipping, letting him really fire first, slipping, and then coming in behind it and really setting up some flurries.
Well, like I said, that's the second round. Right. I'm getting off knockers. I'm counting. My defense is a little bit better. I was trying to time in the first part of the first round. I saw I couldn't really do it, so I had to try to slip up under his.
So that's the first knockdown, and then after the count, they let it go. This is what ended it.
I think this is the second knockdown.
Right.
That's what did it right there. Good strong left hand.
So that's 2-0 as a junior welterweight. That's going just fine, and the layoff didn't seem to bother you too much.
It wasn't much of a layoff. I done had 9 months layoff. So, I mean, 5 months, 4 months, that ain't too bad on me. I just knew what I had to do, and I came here and done it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anthony,
before we go,
okay,
I'd like to thank the Lord for giving me this win. Must do that. He come first and foremost in my life right now.
Okay, thank you. Anthony Jones, George.
Anthony Jones, the winner, with our Chris McClure. Stay with us. More to come from the Palace of Auburn Hills.